What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Dee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video for you guys. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about the whole Anton Daniels situation. As you guys know, and I'm sure, many of you are familiar with the whole Anton Daniels situation. And I find this kind of interesting because people are still talking about this. I thought by now they would have moved on to some more other topics or other situations or other, people. But this conversation is still being had, making videos and mentioning Anton Daniels. People are still giving their opinions on the whole situation. There's new stuff that is constantly coming out. And you know who is still talking about this for sure? None other than O'Shea Duke Jackson. So O'Shea is still giving his 2 cents about this. O'Shea is still making his coins talking about Anton Daniels and many others as well. But in my opinion, it is getting out of hand, you guys. People are being doxxed. They're bringing, family members into it, leaking information on people and all of this. It is just really getting out of hand. But I want to play this video from O'Shea. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. He basically just breaks it down in his own opinion and gives his thoughts on what is occurring. I want to know your thoughts on all of it. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hype the video up. Share the video, turn on that bell to be notified when I go live or post new content, y'all. And leave your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this situation still going on? I want to hear your thoughts. But let's go ahead and get into the video. Here we go.
Ever since January, a lot of us have been making a whole lot of money talking about the Anton Daniels or Corey Holcomb situation. It's now March and Negroes are still getting paid. Even me, I've been very busy making little memes and stuff out of it because it.
O'Shea with these memes and this Jerry curl, baby, you can't.
Oh my God.
Baby, I be weak laughing. Look at this Jerry. Look at this hair. O'Shea be tripping me out with these memes, baby. Then the curl is on point, baby. You can't make this up. Shout out to O'Shea. Let's continue.
Has been lucrative talking about the Anton Daniels situation. And you would think just talking about somebody else's problems, you're just going to benefit because it's not affecting you, right? You're wrong as hell.
Woo!
Just recently, Tasha K put out a warning about something that happened on her site. And well,
We had a security breach on TashaKLive.com. We have our private Zooms where you guys can come in. You guys are professionals, you're lawyers, you're doctors, you're nurses, you're government workers, you're technology workers. Y'all are not in the limelight, okay? You're not public figures, you're not clout chasers, none of that. And we had a situation where a specific person, content creator, has been subscribed to TashaKLive.com and listening in on the lives, which is fine. I have no issues with that. We have a lot of content creators that come in there and they review the content. But where things got real dangerous is the fact that they took and screen recorded the Zoom with y'all's personal information in there. Damn.
so Tasha says she had a security breach with her audience. Now, if you know TashaK.com, obviously it is separate from YouTube, and there are things that are posted there that will not be on YouTube. For example, the live interview with Anton Daniels was not posted on YouTube. It was only on her website, and she has a paid membership, and she does engage her fans on a Zoom who pay for a monthly membership, and they get to talk to her. Now, I also made this mistake by uploading or reacting to one of the videos, and I myself was unaware of the names of the people that were on the stream. I don't know why I missed it, but I should have thought about it. And it was correct because the names on the streams are of people with real identities. And so this has become a level of security breach.
Yeah, and I think, as a content creator, you have to be very careful about stuff that you repost or cover. You know what I mean? Of course, we have fair use on YouTube. and they permit you to react or, give your commentary on other people's content. But certain things outside of YouTube, certain things under paywalls and things of that nature, you have to be very careful about reposting that, because that is something totally different, and it may not fit into or under the fair use clause. So you have to be careful with sharing other type of information or getting information from those resources, because it could definitely have a negative effect on your channel. So I think, as a content creator, you have to be very careful about what you repost, because everything is not under fair use. I guess there's a rule of thumb to follow that if it's posted on YouTube itself, then it probably would be, if it's posted on the platform by that creator, then more than likely you can react to it or whatever. But if it's not posted on the platform and you're going outside of the platform to something under a paywall and using it, then it could be a problem, especially if pertinent or personal information is being shared. Let's continue.
And it's for this reason.
Behind a paywall, it's behind a subscription, and you have more legal rights to pursue somebody for punitive damages when they're using your intellectual property that is not meant to be given out to the public freely. And when I told y'all when some of the creators go review it, it just so happened to have a federal employee information on there, and she was identified, and this was supposed to be a private conversation for her members. You feel me? So it shouldn't have touched YouTube. That's the context.
So shout out to the House of Hypocrites for that commentary, because this is behind the paywall. It's not like fair use where the information came out to YouTube and she posted it for us to react to or for commentary. This was a private conversation. Somebody came and screen recorded it, got it on the YouTube. That's how I got it. And so now Tasha K is concerned, and she's going after the creators that are putting up that video.
So we just got word from YouTube, and this particular content creator probably don't want to say nothing, but YouTube has started to mass takedown. Okay. And so we just got word one of the videos that we hit is down for privacy violation. We're waiting on that particular person to respond, and we will escalate this legally. We have already retained an attorney in South Florida that deals in intellectual property rights. This is above copyright. This has nothing to do with, I can review. You can review all you want. But the moment you go in to take from a private site that is not designated for a public platform that people have paid their money to see, you have crossed into a dangerous line, a very expensive line. And I'm not playing fair when it comes to this. And I already have that person's personal information, address, location to serve whatever. This is my clear warning. I don't want to escalate.
So there's one particular person she's talking about. I don't know who it is. That person has at least 4 videos on this subject. I had about 2, but I removed my 2 now that I was aware of what happened. And again, it's not for us to put out that information from her site. And so I also took it down. But she wants to serve this person because she has their personal address. But then I was thinking about whose fault this really is.
And I say, Carrie, remember when I was saying that I have to put together some kind of scandal, some kind of visibility in order to get to the next level? And so she was like, you sure did. You always kept saying you need to put together this. It has to be whatever, so on and so forth, right?
So here is Anton Daniels admitting something that is just crazy. Shout out to the Mic Drop Barbecue channel. Anton Daniels says that he needed to go further and go to the next level in his content, so he needed a new scandal. And I thought that was interesting. And do you know what?
So doxing people, putting people's information out, telling people, I'll tell your husband who you really are, messing with people's marriages, he's claiming all of this was planned. That's what he's saying today.
That's insane. That's diabolical. I mean, this is why I'm asking, has it gone too far? What do you guys think? Please let me know. Do y'all think that Anton is taking this too far? And O'Shea is correlating the whole Tasha K, but I guess it's all together because Anton did that interview with Tasha K, and from that point on, everything just seemed to be constantly going downhill. It's just really getting out of hand. Tasha K is involved with it. The whole scandal started off with Corey Holcomb and Anton, and now it's with Mika, and now it's Tasha, and now it's No Captivity with Freezy. House of Hypocrites is involved. Lakeisha, like all these people are now have been very vocal about the whole Anton, giving their opinions and thoughts on it. And now, all of these people are kind of looped into the whole Anton Daniels scandal, as if you will, where they're saying that, he had an agenda from the beginning to kind of take this to a new level so that he can benefit from it. Someone had mentioned as well that Anton has gotten way more subscribers now. And maybe his subscriptions have gone up. I don't know. But maybe there is something to it. If that's what they're alleging he's claiming. And I'm hearing him say maybe, and it seems like that's what he's saying. Hey, that all of this is going to elevate him. And, while other people are, capitalizing on this topic, it may be pushing Anton even further, to where he wants to be. Because every day somebody is talking about Anton. Every day there's a video of Anton on YouTube. Every day. So his name is definitely at the top of the list of people to talk about in these social media streets. So is that elevating him? Maybe so, because it was this an agenda that he set up to possibly push him there? Possibly. And I guess he's trying to get there by any means possible, because people, at the end of the day, people are just having opinions on what they think about him and the things that he's saying, the things he said, what he's putting out there. But when it comes to doxing and doing all that, I think that's just crossing the line. I don't think you should be doing that. It should never be a personal thing. It should just be about the content that you put out there. Everybody's not going to like what you say or do. People are not going to like if you switch up or change or have, say certain things that's contradicting. People are going to have opinions. And so I think that is now with, seeing people's information about their lives being put out there. That's just, I don't know. In my opinion, y'all, just my opinion, I do think that's just taking it too far. You know what I mean? It shouldn't have to go there, but it's really getting messy in these Anton Daniels streets. I'm just saying. Let's continue.
That everything you guys saw and fell for, it was all planned out. But the only people who didn't know it was planned was the people who became victims of his bullshit. They're the ones that he was doxing. They're the ones that he was saying, I'll tell your husband who you really are. They're the ones where he's showing text messages of people trying to insinuate that they are not who they say they are. He's claiming it was all a planned scandal. So when I tell you about a narcissist bullshit, what do I tell you? Do not trust these people. They're playing a game. They're talking in code. They're doing something that you don't even realize is going on. It's a game. So the fact that he's willing to sit in your face and tell you that he's playing a game just for views, just to accelerate his career.
So shout out to the brother because he's right. Anton did all of this. Allegedly, he's saying that it's all a lie. He's saying he's creating scandals to boost himself, to keep himself in the algorithm. And again, for me, that's sick because let me tell you like this. If you're a really good content creator, you don't need to have scandals to boost yourself. You only need scandals when you're not that good.
Listen, I want to know your thoughts. Do you agree with what O'Shea just said? If you really need scandals, then you're not that good of a content creator. I want to know your thoughts on it because, I mean, look, two things could be true at the same time. I just think that, once again, what is the end goal for all of this? Like, where does this go in the end? What happens in the end? Because you can push things too far and then it starts to backfire on you. You can go too far with this alleged plan and then it starts to backfire. And how far are you willing to go is the question. I said a while ago, it felt like, even with the Corey Holcomb situation, that Anton had some type of an agenda. But it comes out, it was some other things going on. And then one thing led to another. And here we are now where, every day people are pulling out new receipts or new things, new angles on Anton Daniels. I've seen people talk about Anton having brothers on the social media in this space, which I had no clue. Freezy posted that on his live stream showing Anton Daniels' brothers. and their podcast, and I saw that, and I was like shocked to see Shingles then too, because I had no idea he had brothers who had a podcast, because we've never heard of it. So that was something new. It seems like every day we hear something new about Anton, and we have a different angle. And then, and then other people are just bringing out new stuff. There's, like other videos of him showing some things that are kind of questionable to me. But baby child, I've listened, and like I said, I've seen a lot of beefs on social media and from afar, just on the outside looking in, and I see how they play out. It could get really nasty in these streets, and it's just sometimes. This is why I say, how far are we gonna take this? How far are y'all willing to go? Like, what's the end goal? Like, how much are you trying to gain off of this? Because it just looks bad, honestly. And I'm just asking, when is it gonna be done? Like, is it ever gonna be done? Because once again, every day I see posts on Anton Daniels. So listen, do you guys think that this is going to help Anton in the end, or do you think it's going to hurt him? What is your thoughts on this whole situation? Do you think people, because I watch Freezy, and shout out to Freezy once again, No Captivity with Freezy. Shout out to him, and shout out to all the other content creators as well that I discovered during this whole Anton Daniels debacle, because I had no idea who some of these content creators were, and I recently learned about them through all of this. But shout out to them, shout out to them and the efforts and the work that they're putting in. But my question is, when do y'all think this should be over? Do y'all think this is just going to a place that's just, going too far, a place that's going too far? Maybe they should stop and move on? Or are y'all here for the messiness? Because that's what it really is. And a lot of people love that type of drama. But listen, let me know what y'all think. Chime in the comments below. Give me your thoughts. Give me your concerns. Give me your opinions on this whole Anton Daniels situation. Maybe it's still going. What's your thoughts on it? Chime in the comments below. Make sure you let me know what you think of this. Comment, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Hype up the video. Let me know what you think, y'all. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.